At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you today's guest speaker, Command Sergeant Major Jason Reilly. Command Sergeant Major Jason Reilly is from Hernando, Mississippi, and a graduate of Hernando High School, Delta State University, and the Sergeant Major's Academy. He and his wife Melanie have been married for 31 years and have 2 adult children, Keegan and Mackenzie. He is an active member of the Point Church in Hernando, along with the following associations: Enlisted Association of the National Guard in Mississippi, where he serves as director for Area 1 Alpha, covering 11 counties that make up Northwest Mississippi. Enlisted Association of the National Guard, United States. Association of the United States Army, and Veteran of Foreign Wars. Command Sergeant Major Reilly has served in the Mississippi Army National Guard for 30 years, dedicating 12 years as a traditional guardsman and 18 years in the Recruiting and Retention Battalion. During his time in Recruiting and Retention Battalion, Command Sergeant Major Reilly held several key positions: Recruiting and Retention NCO, Recruiting and Retention Section Chief, Recruiting and Retention First Sergeant, and Recruiting and Retention Command Sergeant Major. Command Sergeant Major Reilly's career highlights consist of a deployment to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2005. He was hired as an Active Guard Reserve AGR Recruiting and Retention NCO in 2007. He was named runner-up for Directors 54 Recruiter of the Year for Mississippi in 2012. He has won the Recruiting and Retention Section Chief of the Year for Mississippi in 2018. And Command Sergeant Major Reilly has graduated from the Sergeant Major's Academy in 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, Command Sergeant Major Jason Reilly.
Hey, good morning. Glad to be here with y'all today, and it is a great day to be in the Army National Guard. All right. So I was sitting at my desk Tuesday afternoon. We just finished a retention team meeting, and man, I was sitting there pumped up and excited because we had 2 new retention NCOs assigned to the team. We had them come in and wanted to brief their plan, and I was pretty excited to see their ideas and their plan of how they was going to get after retention and attrition management for Mississippi for recruiting year 26. So man, I just had some chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A, so I was sitting there, I was excited. And I get a call, and I look down at my phone, and it says, Master Sergeant Hall, Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. If y'all, any leaders in here ever get that phone call, I was like, I don't want to answer this. Hey, what's up, Master Sergeant? Hey, CSM, and then the recruiter kicked in. He was like, hey, CSM, man, what's going on? You got your bags packed? You ready to come up here? I was like, yeah. He said, man, your Mississippi guys, they've been doing good, man. Y'all knocking it out the park. And I was like, man, what you want? It was like, man, we need a guest speaker for Friday. I was like, and I didn't say this to him, but I was like, man, that's pretty cool, and honor and privilege to be able to speak to the graduating classes. I sit here 18 years ago doing the same thing, right? And so I thought that to myself, and then I asked him, I was like, you sure about that? And he's like, yeah, man. He goes, I said, how many people did you ask before me? And he was like, about after the 5th or 6th time, he said, well, General so-and-so backed out, and CSM so-and-so can't make it, and all this other thing. I was like, hey, I got it. I'll be there. So the NFL holds a draft every year, and the last man selected is called Mr. Irrelevant. So if you want to know how Mr. Irrelevant feels, come see me after the ceremony. Colonel Caldron, I don't know how to say that. Command Sergeant Major McCain, Lieutenant Colonel Jones, Command Sergeant Major Fassis. Man, thank y'all for allowing me the opportunity to be here. Thank you for your vision, your leadership, and Strength Maintenance Training Battalion staff. Thank y'all. Man, it's always it makes me feel good as an old dude coming back and seeing this class just continue to grow. And y'all would not be here, without the vision and leadership from them. Instructors, thank y'all for believing in your role. Thank you for preparing our soldiers. Leadership teams from across the 54, thank y'all for being here. Mississippi, appreciate it. We rolled in here deep today, supporting you guys. So Most importantly, family and friends that are joining us here today and on the, I call it the interwebs or the social media, thank y'all for your past, current, and future support, because without the family support, everybody in this room, every soldier wearing this uniform could not do what we do. So thank y'all. Can we give the family and friends a round of applause? Thank you. So I realize that I'm standing in between you getting that basic badge and getting on back to your state, so it's gonna be quick. So as I was, after I agreed and I was planning my speech, I was like, come up with some ideas, and you know how we do it, run it through the OAI platform. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Throw some more ideas, throw it back in the AI platform, and it produced, man, I was like, man, this is an awesome speech. I said, it's gonna be boring like an officer wrote it, man. I'm just gonna go back and no offense. So I was like, why am I here? Why was I coming today? And the reason I'm here is because I wanted to support Sergeants Holland, Grant, Dowdy, Carey, Sparnick, and Brown. That's why I'm here, just show those soldiers from Mississippi that we love y'all, we appreciate y'all, look forward to y'all's success, and we're ready for y'all to come back, hit the ground running. So with that being said, I have 3 points to make, and those 3 points are, and I'm talking to y'all, all right, graduates, students, recruiters. You are, you can, and you must. All right, so you are an ambassador, the face of the Army National Guard, and possibly the military within your communities. You're a coach, teacher, mentor, and counselor, role model. You're an expert and a professional. Hey, everybody over here, y'all calm down and look this way. Students, everybody sitting in a position of attention, relax. Look this way. You're an expert and a professional. Most important, you are the most important piece to the 3-tenant mission. Without recruiters getting after recruiting, we would not be able to meet the mission that NGB gives to the state. So y'all are the center of gravity for this, for us and what we do. So remember this, you may or may not know this already, but you could be a parent figure for an applicant, right? You could be the closest thing that they have to a parent. So remember that, and try to treat those applicants as if they were your biological children. And if you do that, man, the sky's the limit. So, and remember this, you are a life changer with generational impact, right? You can be passionate, genuine, honest, professional, coachable. You can be a good teammate, have a positive attitude, and you can, you must, you will, you need to, however you want to do. You got to talk to people and ask them to join. That's what you got to do, all right? All right, so moving on. You must be driven, committed. You must build relationships, have a valid school program, be organized, work with a sense of purpose and urgency, master the basics, and this is my favorite one. Hit the project button to process applicants to enlist as often and as many times as you can. In closing, believe in what you do. Be passionate about the Army National Guard. Tell your story or tailor one that fits the situation. Because you can make up something, but I'm sure you have a friend that story applies to, right? So tailor a story. And lastly, as I said earlier, talk to someone every day about joining the Army National Guard, or if they know someone who is interested in serving. Thank you, and God bless. Good luck.
CSM Reilly, thank you for your time, your wisdom, and those inspiring words.